Today's quick review is the FlightLine Bearcat. The Bearcat was one of the last of the single-engine cat series from Grumman. This one was a very late World War II design. It was actually on the aircraft carriers on the way to the Pacific when the war ended, so it never saw combat in World War II. But it was supposedly the best of their series after the Hellcat. And so I'm really excited to be able to fly FlightLine's version of it, and we'll see how she does on 4 cells. The magnetic battery hatch is convenient and easy to use. A quick control check. And we're off. I must say, the Bearcat taxis quite nicely. And I noted the yellow tips on the prop really stand out. As you can see, takeoff is quick. With the gear up, it has good power and speed. Though I did notice a stuck gear door. However, cycling the landing gear did seem to fix it a bit. A medium speed flyby shows it's a rather nice looking plane. Jamming the right stick to the side shows it has good aileron response. Though the first loop gave me a bit of a surprise. Yep, an elevator snap at the top of a loop. Going easier on the elevator on my second try prevented the snap. Thinking the CG might be an issue, I decided to see how it stalled. A slight wing drop, but not too bad. So I thought I would try again with flaps. Again, more or less a straightforward stall. Interesting. Next was inverted, where I found it really was well behaved, even at medium to slow speeds. Knife edges, however, are a mixed bag. It will kind of hold one to the right, but drops off a bit to the left. The rudder is pretty small, so not a total surprise. But it really didn't seem to like flying sideways all that much. Snaps are also asymmetrical, with a left snap looking very sloppy. But right snaps execute just fine. The saving grace is that rolls are really fun. I had no problem doing a rolling circle. With the timer warning me of impending doom, I thought I'd squeeze in a quick touch and go. To my surprise, the Bearcat had nearly unlimited vertical late into the flight. Yes, this little kitty has plenty of grunt. Gear and flaps down, playtime was over. With just a little bit of throttle to keep drag at bay, she settled in quite nicely. Though I probably came in a little too fast. Oh well. As they say, any landing you can walk away from. Well, there you have it. The FlightLine Bearcat. Just some more of my thoughts on it. It really does fly nice and is pretty forgiving. I think it's actually quite easy to fly and very stable with a good solid feel to it in the air.
It's a little odd that snap rolls to the left are somewhat weak. I think it's because the rudders are just a bit small, so I'd recommend cranking up the rudder throws a bit. Although I did eventually increase the rudder throw, which seemed to help snap rolls and knife edges a bit. Speaking of throws, I suggest you resist the urge to add too much deflection in the elevator. As you saw, my model would snap when too much elevator was pulled, like in a loop or something like that. The CG in the manual may be a bit conservative, but I haven't done much experimenting with it. Speaking of CG, lead weights were needed to be added to the nose in order to get the balance correct, even with the recommended battery size. So while it may be a little bit quirky in the flight regime, it makes up with it for really good power and great looks.
Do the Bearcat, take a little lesson and you can't go wrong. Do the Bearcat, that's the way we like. Do the Bearcat.